What's up, shifters? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to an absolutely gorgeous day here in New Jersey. And today we're going to have a little chat about some things that have been on my mind for quite a while and should hope inform a little bit about the future of this channel. That car's filthy. That's my 2016 Volvo V60 Polestar. So we're gonna go get a car wash and we're gonna have a little talk. Let's hop in the car and let's get started. Actually, really quick before we get started, there is still merch in our store. Check the link in the description below. You can cop some of this Sweden Shifting Lanes merch. This shirt, there's water bottles, there's etch glasses, anything you want, and all of that money goes right back into this channel. We actually do not take a dime from really anything we do on Shifting Lanes 1 and 2. We kind of save it to the side and recycle it back into our own personal cars or project cars to bring to you guys. So go cop some merch. It's in the store at the link in the description below. And a little acceleration. So now that I've got that out of my system, as I always have to do in this car because it sounds so freaking good, I do have a downpipe in my possession. And if you caught our last live stream, which you totally should because it's just fun for you guys to watch us doing stupid crap on live stream and talking about cars. So I have a downpipe from Josh over at 88 Fab. He sent it to me. It's ceramic coated. It's beautiful. If you didn't see that, go check out the live stream. It's on our Facebook page. We upload those. It's every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And if you guys like them enough, we'll do even more of them. So yeah, go check out that. I unboxed the downpipe and it is gorgeous. It is just super, super nice. Hopefully I'm going to get that installed in the next couple of weeks. On to what I wanted to talk about today, which is the future of this channel. So obviously we have this car, my 2016 V60 Polestar with the ever so sweet inline 6-cylinder. We have Chad's C30, and if you missed that, he's actually considering selling it, and I'm considering buying it. So if you didn't check that video out before, go click the link right above me, and Chad and I kind of go through the car as it sits. Hanson still has the Veloster N in his possession, but he actually is focusing pretty much 100% on the main channel. That means car reviews, going to car events, launch events, things like that. That's like the bread and butter of Shifting Lanes. With all that said, what is the future of this channel, Shifting Lanes 2? I think it's going to be a lot more project cars. And I say that because I think that's really what a lot of you guys want to see, especially on the Volvo side. And even if you're not, into the Volvo stuff, Chad has a Mustang, an S550 Mustang from 2015, and he's about to boost it to the moon with about 700 wheel horsepower, which is going to be bananas. But apart from Volvos, we have other things going on the channel. So it would really help us out if you watch those videos too, because it's part of the overall story of us as car enthusiasts, and I hope you guys come back for us just as much as the cars. Me personally is what I really wanted to talk about here in this video, because I have a couple of dream builds, and I'm a huge Volvo fan, and I want other cars too. I really would love a Jaguar F-Type R. I don't think the budget's going to allow for that. To keep content coming for you guys, I think in the interim, what I want to do is do a couple of different Project Volvos. Now, I already have one going, and it is one of my dream Volvo builds. It is turning a 240 into a 240R, and I have a 245, which is the wagon version for all those in the US that don't know what that is. 245 means 5 doors, so 4 doors, and the rear, tailgate, which flips up. 245. And it's a tribute car to my old Volvo V70R. And it's painted magic blue. It's got my old V70R wheels on it. It has an R big brake upgrade kit. It's got a full suspension upgrade from IPD. It has just tons of bells and whistles that I'm hoping to show you in the near future. Nick, the builder, he runs Red Block Performance over in Portland, Oregon, has hit a bunch of setbacks. I haven't been able to get in contact with him for a couple of months. Really don't know the state of the build right now. And yes, that totally does suck. However, that's what happens on car builds. You see a lot of these things on YouTube channels. They take 6 months to a year, probably even less. But these are bigger YouTubers with huge budgets that can kind of just do 4 and 5 cars at a time. We're 3 guys that are trying to just have fun with cars, and we have families and lots of other stuff going on and regular jobs. We don't really have the time or budget to do a lot of those things. The 240 I was hoping would be done in a year. It's been 2.5. Setbacks happen, things happen. It is what it is. I'm hoping to get the car back at some point point this year. I really want to bring it to Carlisle next year where I can showcase it and show it to all of you guys. But there are other dream builds and dream cars from Volvo that I really, really want. Now, what are those cars? Well, I mean, I think everyone wants everyone that's in the Volvo community that wants a Volvo probably wants one of these 3 or 4. I'm gonna see if I can do 4. There's 3 main builds that I really want to do. One of them is just not even a reality because it's gonna be $100,000 to $200,000 thing. My first and foremost, my biggest want for a Volvo build is to take an old Volvo Amazon, the 122, the wagon version, make it into a shooting brake, so 2 front doors and a rear hatch, that's it. And I want to do like a resto mod, but like a true resto mod. I want a new chassis, I want new electronics, I want a digital, not a digital display, but like a digital readout for, you know, like a digital center console so I can have like Apple CarPlay and that kind of stuff. I want like the original seats though, maybe an upgraded steering wheel, something like that, you know, but with a cool engine in it, whether that be a big LS, a Coyote from Ford, or, you know, a 5-cylinder from the R, like a 2.3, 2.4, 2.5 Volvos in the, you know, mid 90s or early 90s to like, you know, mid 2000s. I think that would be really cool. But that's like sort of like my dream build. And Adam Nonis did a really nice one. We've done a video on his car out in Portland. There's a tremendous amount of fabrication work that went into that car. He basically took an Amazon wagon body and put it on a E30 platform BMW because everything sort of matched up almost exactly. He did a lot of fab work, but he didn't have to do a lot of cutting and, you know, really tweaking a lot. It was more of just getting things in place. To me, that's like the ultimate build, but I would want to keep it as much Volvo as I humanly could without, you know, if the engine is like totally shot and an R swap isn't like a thing, then, you know, an LS would be great. That is my dream Volvo build because I love wagons, so all of these would basically be about wagon. However, I know what that's going to cost because a clean Amazon right now, clean Amazon wagon is going for about $20,000 to $30,000 here in the US, and that's with minimal rust, not a ton of bodywork restoration that needs to happen. And I know that there is a restoration shop that I would want to work with. It's my buddies over at Blue Sky here in Bud Lake, New Jersey, Jesse and Jeff. Their builds are of the $500,000 SEMA quality variety. So this is not exactly in my price point because at minimum we're talking $100,000 to $200,000 on what I'd want. So with that sort of out of the equation, unless I win the lottery or unless we get 100 million subscribers on this YouTube channel out of thin air, that's not a reality. With that said, let's pull into the car wash because this car is filthy and it needs a bath, and then I'll talk about the next one. Like I said, super dirty, and how about let's do clean in 3, 2, 1. Boom! And so much better. So much cleaner. Now, it's not obviously perfect, but, you know, that's what you get with a hand wash. Car wash is still kind of dirty, but we're actually going to be doing a ton to this car this weekend because this weekend is Father's Day. I thought it'd be kind of cool to wash my car with my 2 little boys. So we're gonna do a full car wash this weekend with snow foam, and I'll shoot them with the power washer, and it's gonna be great. Back to the topic of this video, what are my dream Volvo builds? This is going to be one of them. My V60 Polestar is gonna get built. We got the downpipe, we're gonna get a tune. We are going to push as much power to this thing as we can with it being safe and reliable for daily driver use. If I get, again, it all comes down to revenue and money with YouTube. If I get enough money through YouTube and doing all this for fun, then I can retire this to be more of a project car and get another daily, which would be really kind of cool. But for now, I love driving this thing. It's fantastic. So this is sort of on the list, but it's sort of like a 1A, if you will, because this really isn't like a true project car. This thing's daily, it's reliable, it's fantastic, and I just love it. So what is number 2 on the list? Number 2 on the list, it's sort of, again, it's sort of 2 parts here. I built a V70R, which I guess I'm sort of known for on YouTube. I didn't build it. I had done a little bit of work to it, but had it built with very known, reputable Volvo community shops and members and people, and it was amazing. We pushed about 450 to the crank with that car. It was a 2005. It was magic blue over Atacama, and it was just gorgeous. It's one of the best looking wagons of all time, I think. Since I've already done that one, number 2 really on the list would be an 855R or an 850R wagon, if a lot of people kind of know it that way, because that's really where the R's started. Now, there was obviously an 850 T5R. That's like that's where R kind of started. The R letter in Volvo lore, that's where it started, is the T5Rs back in the early 90s. I would like the full R. An 855R wagon would be number 2 on my list. There are a couple, not gonna lie, there are a couple that I'm looking at around here. There are a couple even in Sweden that I'm looking at to maybe import, because they're just cool, man. They really are. They're the last of sort of the boxy Volvos, the 855s, the 900 series, the 700 series. That's really like the last boxy Volvo. After that, the P80 V70R came in, and that was just a little bit rounder. It was an upgrade from the 855. It was like the 855 facelift, if you will. And then they went into the P2 generation, which got like very rounded and sculpted, and it got rid of the boxy kind of stuff. So I think making a boxy Volvo would be really, really cool. And just having one as a project car to, you know, upgrade and make faster and make cooler over the years, I think would be really nice. So that's number 2 on my list, is an 855. Number 3 on the list is actually one I just mentioned, is a 900 series. Now that could be anything from a 940 to a 960, even the V90s, because the V90s here in the US, if you don't know, they aren't just new ones. They didn't come out in like, you know, the late 2010s, 2016, 2017, 2018. They had a 1-year run here in the US. I believe it was 98 or 97, 98 or 98, 99, where they made the 960 essentially into the V90, because their nomenclature was going to the V, because V70, they were going to V90 with that one as well. The nomenclature changed, but after that 1-year run, they kind of axed the project and it became something else. I believe they sort of killed off the large wagon at that point, and the largest wagon that was in the States for the longest time was the V70, and then, lo and behold, the V90 came back, because the V70 shrunk to this, which was a V60. So they needed a larger wagon, because Volvos are known for wagons. I would love to do a 900 series, because I think that would be a really cool, that's the last of the rear wheel drive Volvos. The 855s are front wheel drive. The 900 series is the last rear wheel drive Volvo they ever made. I think it'd be really cool to do a 900 series build, which I believe has 2 different engines. The 900 series has the red blocks, but it also has white blocks, which are inline straight 6s, which is just crazy for me to see in a Volvo. Before researching this, I never even knew that existed, so that's kind of cool. Those are my basically top 3 kind of builds. Let me know in the comments below which one you guys would like to see me do the most. So, all cleaned, done for the day. Let me know, guys. I want to know. I want your feedback, because this channel, like I said, it's about us making cool videos for you guys, but it's also about like getting you guys involved, and I really want feedback and for you guys to talk to us. It's the whole reason we started a live stream in the first place. It's the whole reason we kind of do this, is because, you know, it's fun to make these videos, but it's really all for you guys to watch and just, you know, be part of it. Which would you like to see? Would you like to see an 855 build or a 960 build? Those are my 2 that I really want. I'd also entertain something like a 700 series, like 745 with like a turbo red block. I'd do another V70R, but unfortunately those are really expensive to find a well-sorted one, and it's a pretty finicky platform. Would entertain it if there's a good one out there, but I'd also entertain other Volvos that are really kind of cool to build. I have the 240 hopefully coming soon. If there's any others you guys want to see, again, let me know in the comments. Would love to hear about it. That'll do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this short little update on what's going on in my Volvo world. I'll have more videos on the V70, and I'm going to have a couple of videos on my wife's XC90 in the coming weeks about the 5 things I love about that car and the 5 things I hate, because there are some interesting things about that car that I've found out even just now after owning it for 3 or 4 years that I think you guys might enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me at RealGregsonM on Instagram and anywhere. Also follow us at Shifting Lanes, again, anywhere, and you'll find stuff on there you won't see here on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Gregson, and I will catch you next time. See ya.